at Cord Berline. We call it Ship Shape, and she's here getting prepped for paint in our on-site sandblasting pit. Okay, here we are in a part of the shop that a lot of people don't see, mainly because it's such a mess, it's such a dirty thing. But we are in the sandblasting pit. We have one here on our site at our facility, and every car that gets a frame-off restoration or a complete restoration paint job, we like to start from scratch as best we can. So the first place after disassembly that a vehicle comes is to our sandblasting pit. And you know, really, there's a lot of different methods different people use. Sometimes sandblasting can be controversial in the restoration world. You can do it really, if you don't know what you're doing, you can really do a lot of damage to panels. A lot of warping of sheet metal can happen if you have an inexperienced sandblaster doesn't know what they're doing. This is really our specialty. We do a lot of classic cars. We do it for a lot of the hot rod shops here in town as well. So people send us their restorations, in some cases just to do sandblasting and prepping for you know, the beginning stages of the restoration, because we just become really good at it. We know, on, you know, obviously the backside of a hood or on these cords, the backside of the roof or top side of the roof, you know, is going to cause warping, and so we stay away from those areas. But these cords come with a lot of undercoating. Some of them, especially if they've been restored even, you know, a long time ago, it's just gobs and gobs of undercoating, which takes forever. It's impossible to get off. And so sandblasting is really the best solution. And even with that, it can be difficult. But this car is almost finished. We've got it elevated because so we can, the technician can get up under there and get rid of all that rust and the undercoating and all those pieces. So we'll once we get this car done, we'll disassemble the rear end and then do a more detailed job of that on the sandblasting piece. But from here, it gets sandblasted and then immediately goes to getting epoxy coated, to getting a primer put on it so we don't get any kind of flash rusting. We typically do that primer before we put on the body filler or do any kind of skim coating or any kind of process like that. It's you know, just again, kind of the highest standard of products and the process that we use. We don't have any problems or issues with paint jobs, you know, years down the road. We're giving ourselves the best chance to have the best prep, the best, you know, surface, you know, starting point before we go into our paint job. So this is kind of the messiest part of the shop, the messiest part of the process, but it's absolutely necessary for the you know, the very beginning stage of setting a good foundation of, you know, all the prep work before it gets painted, before it gets any body work or moves on to that next